Hi, how are you? Welcome. I have a new frame that I hope you're going to love this one. I really like it a lot. It's got some good fall vibes going, and I have a bunch of good fall colors. The ones that I bought at Hobby Lobby not too long ago. We're going to test them out. So let's see if I can get it together here. This is the backer for it. Okay, it's like cotton and some sunflowers. There's a pumpkin. So if I can get my keyword to go, that'll be good. All right, here we go. Now, oops. Okay. All right, keyword is cotton, C-O-T-T-O-N. Let me find my page here. All right. So I want to start with this backer piece, and I'm gonna mix. So I have this, like, what is this? I don't know. It's called khaki tan. I think I'm gonna do that for the background. That's a lighter brown, okay? It's like that right there, okay? So it may not even look different on the screen, on video from the actual color, but of the wood, but it is different. Even if it's just slightly, it is different. I want to get this painted first, and then we can get on with the night. So I'm prepping right now to go out of town. I did a lot today. I had to work all day, and then I got orders packed and shipped this afternoon. I took Desert to the to the pet sitter earlier, and then I had my lash appointment, went and did that, got back, started getting stuff together to pack, and then decided, let me go do my live really quick so that I could do this. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to record all the videos I needed to pre-record. So I have 3 for sure that are already posted, that are scheduled to post. And then I have a plan for while I'm out of town for one of the nights. I have some really cute cutouts that I'm taking with me. So I was thinking about, for one or maybe 2 of the nights, doing a quick live and showing you what we're going to do. And then, like, with the kids, because I'm taking some stuff for the girls to do. And I'm going to take all of my paint pens so that we can paint some projects together. And I figured I would go live, like, just real quick and show you what we're going to do. And then I can show you the finished projects too the next day. Hey Terry, how are you? Yeah, no problem. Yeah, and tell him he can send a message to Mike, and he's super friendly, really, really helpful. He's got the best customer service ever. And I did let him know that I sent you his way. So he's expecting to hear from you. All right. I'm doing well. Ready to go out of town almost. We need to get packed. We're leaving here at like 5 tomorrow in the morning. So, yeah, it's going to be an early night for me. As soon as I get done with my live, I'm going to go in there and finish packing my bag and go lay down and start, like, prepping to go to bed early. Okay, so that's that khaki color. Okay, I didn't paint all of this because those bottles are going to be covered up. But let me set this over here. And then I have other pieces, so I like to separate my stuff out so that I can get a feel for what I'm doing. Okay, so I want to do the frame like a brown, and I pulled out Burnt Umber. Really like this color. It's a good one. So I'm going to I just put a little bit over here on my little piece of cardboard, and I'm probably going to use a little bit of burnt umber mixed in with some of the flowers and stuff too, because this is like a fall type project, right? So all of this is going to be in like orange tones and not bright colors. Okay, and then there are pieces of cotton on this, so the background on the cotton is going to be brown too, so we'll use the burnt umber on that as well. I need more. I've been trying to do good with not putting out too much paint. I succeed sometimes, like probably half of the time, and then the other half I way overestimate how much paint I'm going to need. Because it's either all the way or not enough, you know? Like, too much or not enough, so. I don't know. I don't know how I'm supposed to judge it. It's like making food. I either, like, way overcook, like, way too much stuff, or there's not enough. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and paint these with this burnt umber as well. And then I have some makeup sponges that I pulled out too to use for like all the flowers and leaves and stuff. Alright. That was just enough for what I needed here. Okay, so then for the leaves, here's what I'm thinking. I have this green. It's called Mossy Meadow. Okay, it's a really nice, like, not a bright green. Hey, Vicky, how are you? Hi, Joanne. Welcome, girls. So I'm going to put a little bit of that over here. I don't want these leaves to be green, okay? I'm going to paint them green to start, and then I'm going to add a little bit of that burnt umber. I'm going to just tap on some burnt umber after I get them painted. Because you don't see much green in fall, right? Well, in Texas you do, because it never really gets cold enough to kill any of our plants. But in places that actually have a fall, you get browns and reds and oranges. So that's what we're going for, okay? All my friends who live in other places cite the fact that they want to see seasons, and that's why they don't want to live in Texas, which I get it, because I lived in Tennessee and we got seasons. So I totally understand. Alright. Okay, now I'm going to use the same little sponge and pull a little bit. So I have no more burnt umber over here. I literally just put like one drop down. Okay, that right there is, it's the tiniest little droplet ever. Okay, because I don't want to overpower this with brown, so I'm gonna just I tapped it off and then just kind of like barely going over the top of this with the brown. Okay. And I'll probably do that for all of these leaves and stuff. Do a base color and then the brown over the top, just to kind of make sure it has a little color, so it's not just all brown looking dead, but, you know. Hopefully it'll be nice. I think it will be. That's pretty good. I'm liking that a lot, actually. Okay, so there's my green, my, whatever that's, leaves. I guess it's leaves. And then as far as these leaves right here, and then the centers for our sunflowers, this is what I'm thinking. Okay, I have this orange color. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'll start with the leaves with another sponge, a clean one, with that orange color. It's like that. It's also from Deco Art. It's called Salted Caramel, okay? And I'm going to just put that on here and get a nice coat going. Oh, crap. My tape needs to be replaced on this board, but that's okay. It'll last one more round, maybe two, because I'll forget next time I go to use this that I need new tape and try to use it again. So I've got that, and then I'm going to do the same thing with the burnt umber and come back just a little bit on that same sponge. Tap it off a little bit and just give it a little bit of an accent with the brown. Okay, I don't want to overpower the orange, but I do want to not just have like bright oranges. There. Gives a little bit more of a burnt orange feel to me. Okay, and then as far as these centerpieces, I'm thinking something similar, but I'm going to go more orange. I'm going to do the orange again, and then probably do a little bit more of the brown, okay? So these are, if you can see, they have engraving on them, okay? So I don't want to mess that up. So I'm just doing a little bit of paint. I literally got paint on here and then I tapped it off onto my cardboard so that it doesn't fill in those engraved spots, okay? That's why I don't want to use a paintbrush or a foam brush on these either, because it's engraved. And then I'm going to put another little 1 drop of burnt umber down. And I'm going to get a little bit more this time. And go in with that, okay? Just so it's a little darker than the leaves are, but still has that kind of orangey undertone. There we go. You can comment the word cotton here. I don't know. I don't know, Joanne. I would assume. Oh, you mean, is it time that it's changing? I would assume, yeah. It's probably starting to get cool in the evenings. Y'all, it's awesome in Tennessee. It'll be 95 degrees during the day and then get cool like in the 50s at night. Okay, so there's all of those pieces, and then I've got some more. I have the pieces of cotton that go on top of the cotton. The little jars that go at the bottom are sunflowers and a pumpkin. So I'm going to start over here with the jars. I've got this color, it's called linen. It's like a off-white, grayish off-white. We're going to try that, okay? I might need, I don't know, something else with this. But we're going to try it and see if it works for this. Now, the thing about these jars is, or the, whatever this is, vases, I don't know, bottles, is that you can see this, there's score lines for like where the stems are coming in. And I really wasn't sure how to handle that, okay, because I'm no painter. But on the example, she had it just painted white like this. Like the bottle's frosted like that, okay? So you do you. Decide how you want to do it. I'm not talented, I don't think, enough to paint in those stems. I can't do it. You guys probably can, but I will definitely mess it up. So I'm not even gonna try, because I'd rather just follow the steps that were laid out in front of me than try something different, unless if I'm confident in something different. I'm not gonna risk it, okay? Because it looks good how she had it, the girl that designed this file, so I'm gonna go with that. All right, now you can do whatever you want to do, but this is me and that's what I'm doing. Okay. And then I was thinking I need to add some more stuff to my Etsy. Y'all, I have a pile in my office of projects, and I have more that are stacked up behind me that I need to switch out. So when I get back from out of town, I'm going to list some more of my stuff on my Etsy page if you're interested. You're going to be there! Yay! I'm excited for you, Joanne. So when are you moving? I need to know the deets. Okay. And also, what are your weekend plans, you guys? Tell me what you're doing. If anything, if nothing, I'm proud of you. Good job. We're leaving tomorrow morning, like I said, at like 5 o'clock in the morning to go to the airport. To get on a plane at 7:45. So that means I have to get up at like 4:30 to take a shower, do my hair, and all that mess. Because I can't just roll out of bed and brush my teeth and be ready. I've got to do all the things. And my hair doesn't look good the second day. If I try to wash it at night and sleep on it, it's not good. So, trials and tribulations of being a girl. It sucks. Oh, nice. Well, I'm excited for you. How long are you staying? And all that. I'm coming back next Thursday or Friday. I have some videos that we'll post, okay? So they're not going to be lives, but I do intend to do at least one live, maybe more. Okay, so as far as these sunflowers, I'm going to use this, what is this, goldenrod, okay? It's kind of bright. Yeah, same, home the 26th for me too. Look at that. Okay. Chris got me a strawberry shake from Whataburger. And he just brought it in here and shook it by the door like, hey, this is here. I know. I heard it. Alright, so we're going to use goldenrod on the sunflowers. We're going to do the exact same thing. This is way, way too bright for a fall sunflower. So I'm going to start with the bright color and then we'll diffuse it a little bit with the brown. The same way we did with the other ones. And maybe even with a little bit of that orange too. You know, get it a really good dead effect. Or dying effect. Changing effect, you know? Alright. And then I'm just going to do the whole thing like so, okay? And then I'm going to put another just single drop of burnt umber over here and get that on my little sponge and just add that here. Now, I might have gone a little heavy. No, I think it's okay. And then I think I'm going to try and just grab a little bit of that orange too that's still wet over here. There's not much left. But kind of mix a little of that in too. And just layer those on with each other, okay? There's no rhyme or reason here. I'm just letting my heart lead me wherever it wants to go. I think this is going to be nice. And then let me grab some of that orange again. And I need a little bit more over here because that's just not, just one little drop. Trying my best not to waste this paint because it's tiny bottles. And I need to, the next time I'm going to go on to DecoArt on their website and actually order from the website. But this time I wanted to go in and look and see what Hobby Lobby had, just to, you know, pick them in person. But now I know that I can shop online, so, you know, that's what your girl's going to be doing. All right, so there's my sunflowers. They're a little bit differing colors, which is fine. They're not perfect for sure. We do have the centers that are going to go over the middle, so I'm not super concerned about the middle. And then last thing is the pumpkin. So where's my orange one? Well, it's kind of nasty. So I'm going to take my scissors and just cut that to where I have a fresh. And again, with the orange, just a little drop is, I think, probably all I need for my pumpkin. And then I'm going to add, I'll do brown for the stem, of course. Well, I need a little bit more than that. And then we'll add some other color accents to this as well. Okay, so I think that's pretty good for the orange. And then I have my brown, well, I had my brown on here, but it's dry-ish. Which is okay. That worked out good, actually. And then I was thinking this brush that we used for the gray, I'm going to just repurpose it, okay? And I'm going to put a tiny bit of this linen color that we used for the jars. If I can get it to squirt, my goodness. There, just a drop. I'm going to just grab a little bit of that, kind of tap that off on my brush, and then I'm going to add a little to my pumpkin. I know that looks crazy, but kind of go on those little rounded lines, and then blend that out with my makeup sponge. Okay, I think that's not terrible. Maybe even a little bit of this yellow. I think I went a little too hot and heavy with the yellow, so I'm gonna help myself a little bit. Rein it in some. Okay, there. Yeah, the yellow maybe wasn't the best idea that I've had, but gives it a little bit of a dimension, right? A pumpkin's not perfect, so there's all that. Hi, Stace. How are you? Hi, Stephanie. Welcome. All right, and then I'm going to just pull all my pieces, and I think we are ready to put this all together. Super easy. Just layer some colors. I literally just picked out some coordinating colors that I thought might look okay together, and guessed, okay? And if you decide you don't like it, just paint over it. You don't have to be perfect, okay? Things don't have to always be perfect. Just give it a try and you might like it, okay? Be real careful with these. They're all very fragile. I'm telling you and myself, by the way, because Y'all have seen me break too many pieces on this show. All right. Now, there are some cutouts. Let me show you. On this frame, there's 2 of them. Okay, one right here and one right here. They go up at the top. You can see where it intersects with that cotton up here and with one of the leaves over here. So, all of this fits together on here. It's all scored as usual. And it all just kind of pops in together. Now the tricky part is the sunflowers, because they're not the same all the way around. So finding that edge, and that's going to be important on that one to glue it. So what I'm going to do is whenever I start gluing, I'll start with this jar over here and work my way so that I can do the sunflower and pop it in once this jar is, or this bottle is dry. Okay. And then, oh yeah, this looks great. I'm really liking that a lot. A lot. Oh my goodness. Wow. This is really nice. So you can comment cotton to grab this for yourself. We'll just stick our little pumpkin down here. And as always, I want to like just set everything, make sure I have my placement figured out before I start gluing anything. These are the cotton pieces. Oh. So that's going to scooch up just a little bit. Now the cotton is also going to be a little bit tricky. They're slightly different shapes, so just make sure that you have the right ones in place before you go to gluing, okay? There we go. And then there's this other stem, the smaller one, is just gonna sit up here and just be like a layer on top, okay? It doesn't have a real place. Now, I'm gonna have to look at her picture and see. Oh, I see. Okay, so she just kind of, I don't really love that. How she did the leaves. They're just kind of random in here. I'm tempted to like not do that. This I'm gonna move over some. I don't really like that. I'm thinking I like the leaves better at the bottom. She has them up here on the greenery, and I can't get with it. So we're gonna, I'm technically, my vacation has started. Okay, so we're all set. Y'all, this looks really pretty. So again, you can comment the word cotton to go grab this yourself. Now that I know that I have all my pieces, I'm going to take this somewhat apart so that I can begin at the right place. Now, what I want to do is I'm going to keep this sunflower right here like that so that it's in the right place, okay? And then the other thing that I want to do is I think I actually want to glue this, or like in the somewhat right direction. The other thing I want to do is I think I want to glue down this cotton thing first because it fits in. Well, here's the deal. Before we do any of that, we need to do the frame first, then the cotton and that leaf, okay? The leaf thing so that we can get these jars in the right place. Okay, makes sense? We're going to start from the outside and go in. So, stick fast to the rescue. Now, I'm not including a hanger with this one. You could, if you want to hang it on a wall, just hot glue one of those gold hangers on the back of it, okay? Super simple to do that. I do it all the time. Or you can make a hanger with just a piece of jute if you want, okay? Or make it a leaner. However you like. Whatever you want to do. Isn't it cute? I'm going to New Jersey to go see my friend Lindsay and her 6 children at their grandparents' beach house for the next week. Chris and I are going. Really excited. The kids are pumped to see him, of course. They always are, to see Uncle Chris. In fact, the last time when me and my mom went up there, the kids were like, well, why isn't Uncle Chris coming? And they were not happy that it was just going to be me and my mom. But then they met my mom and they're like, okay, yeah, we're digging her. So, you know, I'm just like chopped liver. I'm nothing. But apparently they've got big plans to throw water balloons at Uncle Chris. So we'll see whenever we go to the beach. Because we're right there at the beach, at the house. Okay. Now, I want to get all this part situated. I'm spitting on myself. First. Because then I can butt those bottles right up next to this. Okay, so I just want to let that dry completely, and this one too, before I move on. And so I'll do this jar, and then we'll put in the sunflowers, and then we can do this last jar too. Okay? Hey Tracy, how are you? Welcome. All right, now that's pretty much settled here, mostly. I'm going to put this other jar down, this other bottle down, and what I'm doing is I'm just butting it right up to that cotton, okay? And letting that sit. And then, oops, goodness gracious. This other jar over here is going to butt right up to that. Like that. And then our sunflowers are going to fit in the center. So I should be able to put this bottle in here too. So that one fits snugly right in there. And then this sunflower is going to sit right in there, and I'm going to hold on the middle part because the middle part isn't critical. We can do that in a minute. But I held it in the same place, like, so that I knew the direction that it was going to be sitting in, because I don't know if y'all noticed, but a second ago it took me a minute ago. Yay! Nice! Yeah, place your order. I'll ship it whenever I get back, though. Because I had to have a cutoff today. Y'all, I got glue on me a second ago, so gotta clean it off. Basically, after my lives, I just sit here with either a sanding block or an emery board and just, like, sand my hands because I have glue all over me most of the time. Okay. And then this piece, we're going to go in right... there, just like that. I did break that little piece off of it, but I don't think it matters. It'll be fine. And then we have our cotton. I want to just, again, remember which one goes where. I thought I had placed them appropriately, but apparently not, like in the right kind of spot. Whenever I moved it over to the side, I thought I had done that, but I guess not. So, just reacquaint myself. I think they have one, actually, but I just sit here and sand it off myself. And then it smooths my hands, too. So, It's like exfoliating my skin also. I need to probably use like less of this glue, but I don't know. I'm really bad about squirting too much of it, you know? Plus, with these little pieces, I end up getting it on me by touching them. Just right over the edge. Okay, this is looking good. All right, now for our sunflower centers. I think that's good. I think I want to put, well, that's probably okay for that one, but I'm going to add, well, maybe I'm okay. I thought I didn't have enough glue, but it's sticking, so. And then, as far as this greenery, I'm going to just glue it on top to give a little dimension here. Just like that, okay? And then my pumpkin is going to go down here like we had it a second ago. And I want those leaves down here. Maybe like... that. I think it's perfect. I really like this, y'all. Tell me what you think. I think all my pieces are glued on now. I really love this. What do you think about it? Anyway, you can comment the word cotton to get this for yourself. I hope you love it. And make sure that you're following so that you can see me in the next couple of days. I'm going to not be live, but I will be posting videos. So stay tuned. You'll still be able to comment the keyword and all that good stuff, okay? Love you all. Have a wonderful night. See you later.